Hey everybody, welcome to another Paint the Edge Up. We're teaching to make a cool painting about an hour and get a little drunk doing it. My name is Joel, and today we'll be walking you through this painting right here, Sunset Ocean. All right, I like this one. I like the waves at the bottom. I don't know, that's kind of a cool one to paint for me. But yeah, this is a nice calming painting. All right, so that's what I'll be teaching you today. If you haven't already, please like, share, follow, subscribe, tweet, upvote, all the things. Search Paint the Edge Off and you'll find me on most social media stuffs. Let's see. Also, if you like, I've got stuff up here. You can search on there. You can find me there. If you like to donate, that's great. I need the money. I'm poor. I live off, broken dreams and, selling paintings once in a while. Also, like always, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting like I do with all my classes. All you got to do is correctly answer my trivia question in the comments, and you'll win a free painting. Okay, before we get started, I'm going to tell you what you need. Like always, I use a 16 by 20 canvas. I've got an easel. All right, I've got some paper towels. You need a water cup to mix water with your acrylic paint. Also, a place to leave your brushes, wash your brushes out. So I got my water cup. Okay, I've got my palette. You can use anything for a palette. I like paper plates, but you can use whatever you want. I've got a blow dryer, helps me dry my paint and get through it nice and quick. And I've got whiskey, that helps. And tools, I've got my pencil, okay? I've got a piece of blue chalk, piece of yellow chalk, and that's just good old-fashioned sidewalk chalk, nothing fancy. But it's really good to draw on your painting, on your dry paint, and you can kind of sketch on there and you can erase it really easily. So I'll use that to sketch, and I've got my 4 brushes here. I've got my big flat brush, I have my medium flat brush, I have my medium round brush, and my small round brush, okay? So those are my 4 brushes. I'm going to take those, put them bristle down in my water cup, leave them there anytime I'm not using them. And colors, I've got white, I've got phthalo blue, I've got a bright red, a light yellow, and then I've got burnt umber. Raw umber works. Any kind of, you just want a brown color. And then I've got my raw sienna, okay, which is essentially a tan color. Yellow ochre works good for that too. And yeah, I think that covers it. So with that being said, cheers. Ooh, follow along, have fun, chat. Oh, let's paint the edge off. Okay, so what we want to do first, we want to take our pencil and we want to draw 2 lines. We're going to draw the horizon line where the ocean meets the sky, and then where the sand meets the ocean. Hi, Sherry. Sherry says hi, everybody. Okay, what I want to do is the center section is going to be a little bigger, okay, and then the bottom section is probably the smallest. Okay, so what I like to do is just take like a full hand there, make myself a little mark. All right, now I've got a little mark there. Down here, I'm going to go up maybe 4 fingers there. Give myself maybe a little bit higher. Just kind of eyeball it there. Okay, and then I just want to draw those lines out. Extend those out. All right. And actually, maybe this needs to go down a little lower. Let's bring that down a little bit. And let's put this here. Maybe a little bit higher. Okay, now we've got kind of our lines there. Oh, and you know what else? I'm going to grab my chalk. Here we go. Or sorry, not my chalk, my eraser. And then I'll take this and I can kind of erase, some of these lines. I use the old kneaded eraser. I think it's the best. It's what fancy pants artists use, so I guess it's the best, right? Okay, then I'm going to erase these down here. Okay, now I've just got my 2 big lines. Okay, step 1 complete. Let's take a shot. All right, so we're going to start with our sky. We'll do our little sunset sky. Oh, that's a full one. Ah. Oh, we'll get my shot counter going. All right. That's 2 shots. Okay. All right, let's start painting. How's everybody doing out there? All right, let's take our plate. Let's get some white. Let's get some red, some blue, and a little bit of yellow. Red, blue, And yellow. Okay. What we want to do is we want to take our big brush out of our water cup, tap it off so you feel nice and fancy like a fancy pants artist. And we're going to start in our sky here. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my light red here, work my way up, and then about halfway I'll stop, go to light blue, and then work my way down. Okay, so let's take some red. Let's start by stirring our brush. Get that water mixing in with our red paint. You want to mix all that water in. We'll get that. Let's get a little bit of white in there. A little bit of white. Lighten it up just a little bit. We don't want it like pink, but, you know, a little bit of white. And I'm going to take just a little drop of yellow. Just a littlest bit. Start with a little bit. You can add more if you want, but let's add a little touch of yellow. Make that a little bit of an orange. Very reddish orange. Maybe a little bit more white, and we'll get this to a nice light orange-red color here, okay? Now, I do want a lot of this, a decent amount of this, so I might mix up a little bit more. Oh, excuse me. Let's get a nice, thick pile of this. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right across here. I'm going to start right here above my line. Make a nice solid color there. Okay, and I'm going to stop there. Scrape some of this paint off the side of my plate. All right, give it a little washing. Okay, then we're just going to do just some red and white, because what we want to do is we want to kind of get away from the yellow that's mixed in there, because yellow, orange, and blue don't make a good color. So let's take a little bit of white. Let's kind of pull this over here, kind of make a new little spot here. Just this red, light pink, a little bit more red than that. Okay. All right, so now we got basically about the same shade or same value there in value, but a little bit more red than orange. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to go half kind of right on top of that. All right, then I just kind of lightly blend them together. Okay, so it gets a little bit more red at the top. Okay, and I just want a couple thin bands. That's it. Okay, don't go crazy. All right, wash my brush out really good this time, because now we're going to go to blue. We don't want these colors mixing in. Let's wash it out. Do a little washing. Okay, I just swoosh it back and forth. That's it, all right? Okay, let's get some blue and some white. So again, I stir my water around there in that blue. And let's get a little bit of white in there. There we go, a little bit of white. Okay, we're just going to lighten this up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, F yeah. Okay, let's take this right across the top here. Let's just make ourselves a nice, pretty blue there. Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to take this all the way down where it touches that red, and then we'll kind of blend those together. I could even add a little bit more. I might even get a little bit more red on my brush and kind of blend those. Okay, let's go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and take some of this. I'm not washing my brush out. I'm just going to get a little bit of that red on there. Let's put that right there. I'm probably going to have to add a lot of white. Red and blue make purple, which is the darkest color you can mix up of the, primary colors there. Let's get a little bit of white. Just going to dip a little bit of white on my brush. Like so. And let's take that right through there. Oh, hey, got some dark blue. This is where your towel comes in handy. Really make sure you wipe off some of that paint. I want to make sure I get a little bit more red on my brush. A little bit of white. And let's come in here. Let's get some of this. Let's get some of this mixing in. I'm brushing real lightly. Just going to take some of these colors up here. Let them kind of mix. There can be some streaks in there. All these look, each painting looks a little different. If I want to later go back in, if it's starting to really, that blue's kind of coming down a little bit more than I want. So maybe I could take a little bit of red and white, and I could try to fight that. But hey, I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm a pussy, not a fighter. That's what I should say. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now, if I wanted to really put more of that red in there, best thing to do is probably just let it dry and then, do that later. While it's wet, if you sit there and do too much, you'll just sit there and you'll just make a big muddy mess. All right, so we're not going to make a muddy mess. We're just going to let that be. Okay, that's our first layer. One layer down. I'm going to paint my edges as I go. And yeah, there we go. We're off. And we're off. And we're off. How's everybody doing? Okay, yes. Sherry says hi. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you in here again. All right. Well, with that, let's go ahead and take another shot. I think I've earned it. In my mind, I've earned a lot, you know? Cheers. Ooh, 3 shots. Okay, let's get a new plate. Let's get a little bit of yellow. Well, I got some yellow and blue. Actually, we can keep using this plate. Let's take our big brush, give it a nice washing. As my grandma would say, wash your hands. So we're going to wash that out. Get a little bit of yellow with our blue. So we've got our light blue here. We can kind of just start there. Let's mix up a nice big pile of this light blue. Maybe a little bit more white. Now I'm trying not to get that red mixing in because we don't want that. Let's take a little bit of yellow at a time. There's a little bit of yellow. Ooh, that's a lot more yellow than I thought it was going to be. And we're going to need more white. We'll grab some white. Put some white right here. Let's take some of that. Trying to make like an aqua color here, okay? So aqua is a very blue, green, and white. Kind of a teal almost. Almost teal. It's almost like teal. Alright. But yeah, how's everybody how's everybody doing? Are we ready for Halloween? Any Halloween costume ideas? Oh my god, my girlfriend was telling me. Okay, I'm just gonna fill this in with this color here. Okay, so my girlfriend is telling me, she's like, tell me what she wants to go for Halloween. She's like, okay, so I either want to go as Nadja from What We Do in the Shadows, who's like this vampire girl. She's hilarious. Or Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek, because she loves Schitt's Creek. And they both have these big, huge outfits. They're real, like, extravagant. So I either want to go as Nadja, or Moira Rose, or a butterfly. And I was like, butterfly? Okay. So a strong, hard left there. Okay, now I'm going to go fill this in from line to line there. Now, up here at the top, if you'll notice, I'm doing the bottom first. As we all do, right? The bottom first. And then I'm going to go up here to the top, and I can kind of see my line vaguely through there. But there's this red on here. Now, I want to make sure this is a nice solid edge. So I'm going to get as close as I can to that without touching it first. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to suck it up, put my head down, and just draw a line as straight across as I can with as thick a paint as I can, and try to make that as solid as possible. Okay, now, what we want to do now is we want to, well, paint your side edges while you're here. What we want to do now is we want to add in those white colors, okay? Now, this looks kind of dark right now, but let's add some white in. Okay, so I'm going to get some of this white, and what I want to do is I want to take my brush, kind of thin little lines. So actually, you know, I might just switch to my, I think I'm going to wash this out pretty good and switch to my medium flat brush. Come on, you dirty bitch. Wash out. Okay. You need to really wash this, okay? Because after a few layers, got a lot of paint in there. Just won't come out. Okay, let's take our small flat brush here. Let's get some white paint, stir that water, and get that white on there. Or, you know, right now it's a very light teal. That's fine. Is it fine? No, it's not fine, actually. Let's get some white. And, yeah, how are we doing out there? How's your painting coming? Great? Good. 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 I'm happy for you. Okay. But I want to get some white paint on here. What I want to do here is I want to start making some little horizontal lines through the water. You can make them kind of wiggly. I'm going to kind of space them out. One thing I like to do is I kind of start at the bottom because, you know, you can have them thicker lines at the bottom. I can go, wow, there's one. Okay, and then a wow, two. Okay, now I want to make these kind of big. And you can use your big brush if you feel comfortable with that. All right, and I kind of keep my brush, try to keep it clean, try to wipe it off every time it's on my plate or something. Okay, but this is thick paint. It's going to mix. I kind of got to stop and get more paint on my brush frequently. Okay, and now what I want to do is as I go up, I'm going to press a little lighter, a little thinner, like a little shorter lines, a little closer together, a little more clustered up. Okay, and this starts to create the, perspective. All right, the forced, is it forced perspective or is it, I always say forced perspective, but I don't really know if that's what it's called, but it's, it's the illusion of perspective, right? Maybe it's not forced, maybe it's totally consensual perspective. All right, but I'm going to say forced, okay, because I'm forcing this perspective on you. Whether you like it or not. I'm a perspective predator. Okay, rape is never funny. There's nothing funny about that. Okay. All right, so now as we get up, we're making shorter lines, closer together, more lines, but smaller, closer together. Up here, I just kind of start, just kind of lightly. Now, again, my brush gets kind of blobby, so let's scrape some of that off. Let's kind of thin our brush back out. Let's just make some little thin lines, kind of just back and forth there. Just fill this space in here with thin little lines. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Happy little ocean. Okay, so we got that, right? Let's wash our brush just a little bit. Give it a little wash. Get some of that. It's also just good every once in a while to wash your brush so your paint's a little more thin. It flows easier. And then what I want to do is I want to take a little drop of blue and mix this in with a whole bunch of white. So I have a very light blue. Ooh, that's a light blue. It could be. Now, same thing. Thicker lines down here at the bottom. Ooh, I need more blue. It's not blue enough. It could be. We want to really see this blue popping. All right. We like to make our paintings pop. There we go. I like to make my paintings pop a little bit. Take me. Take me. Okay. Here we go. We got some of these blue streaks in here. Blue Streak, that was a movie, wasn't it? I think it was. I never saw it. I don't remember. Was that the one with Martin Lawrence, or was that the one with Adam Sandler? Blue Streak, Blue's Clues. Is Adam Sandler in Blue's Clues? Adam Sandler was the original Steve. Did you guys know that? Count time. Okay, there we go. Got some of them blues in there. Let's put one across there. It's a little boring right here. Let's put one in there. And you know what? I think I want to put a couple more whites right there. Oh, whoops. Oopsie daisies. Scoops to Maloo. Okay, let's take a little bit of white. I'm going to just wash it for a second. Get a little bit more white. And I'm going to make a couple more streaks of white on here. Okay, and then I will, I'll give you the trivia question. I haven't done the trivia question yet. I think I want to put like a white streak there, maybe there. Okay. Last thing we want to do is we want to put, now we kind of have to imagine where our sun's going to be, but the sun is not right in the middle. It's a little to the left, so I'm going to imagine it's right here. Okay, and what I want to do is I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to get some clean white paint, okay? Clean white paint, pure white paint. And I'm going to get a little bit of white, my white, and I'm going to fill this sucker in. I'm going to make some bright white spots on here. Now, what I want to do is imagine, okay, if this is where my sun is, let's put a nice big white spot there. Okay, this is going to be the reflection of our setting sun. Okay, and let's go there. Let's put a couple big ones. Great Aerosmith album, big ones, by the way. One of my favorite Aerosmith albums. It's just fun. That one's fun. Okay, we'll put another. So what I want to do is I'm going to start really filling this biatch in. There we go. There we go. Now, let's add some more white kind of in between here. Just going to keep dipping my brush in white. Now, if you're painting at home, you're going to know this paint's very wet. It's mixing very differently. What I suggest is, just let it go. Just let it go, okay? Just let go. Paint, feel it out. If you feel like you've lost track of this layer, just move on. Take a shot. Let it dry. And then come back when it's dry and just paint over it. Ooh, there's some bright white. There we go. Now we've got some white streaks. This is kind of showing that, it's a little brighter through this middle section because there's that sun, right? Okay, now there we go. Now, is that perfect? No. But do I care? No. I'm gonna really make a bright white spot there. Okay. Okay, let's let's say that that's good. I will, no matter what, I will come back and kind of touch that up a little bit. Okay, let's go back to our big flat brush, and let's take a big fat shot. Okay, so let's see what's been going on lately. I don't know. Took a big promotion at work, so unfortunately I've been busy AF. Haven't made new paintings, but I've been watching some horror shows with my lady, including The Midnight Mass. And then we're on the last episode of The Haunting of Hill House, which is a pretty cool show, pretty good show, but it gets a little dramatic. I don't know. You got these long. What's cool about it is they have these long panning shots that make you feel like you're just looking around like you're there. But because of that, they have these long, ongoing conversations and drama. It's like a soap opera, and sometimes the drama gets a little unrealistic to me, where I'm like, okay, what? You can't just say this and this person doesn't freak out. Like, it's like they just freak out just to freak out, just so there's drama. But the show's awesome. I'll say that. Whew. Okay, Shotterooski. Okay, now, so my trivia question today is, what is the best horror movie? Is it A, Jason versus Paw Patrol, B, Casper the Friendly Murderer, C, Ernest, Scared Stupid, D, I haven't seen any of these, E, Texas Chainsaw Massage, F, 2 Days Before the Night Before Christmas, G, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Night Stalker, or H, Cats. Okay, best horror movie out there. Okay, let's take some burnt umber, and let's take raw sienna. Okay, let's get this on our plate, and let's get a little bit of white. My white. Okay, and there we go. Let's make sure our big brush is nice and washed out, nice and clean before this step. Oh, F yeah. There we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and get a little bit of let's mix some of this raw sienna and burnt umber together. Let's mix a little bit of that. It's going to be mostly raw sienna. A little bit of that burnt umber. But, that burnt umber is real strong. So we're going to just be a little bit more raw sienna than it is burnt umber. And then let's take a little bit of white. There we go. Now we got a good sand color, a little beach color here. Let's mix that all together. There we go. Oh, F yeah. Okay, here we go. Now we got ourselves a good sand color. I'm going to take the trivia question down. Alright, let's take this. Let's start filling this sucker in. Oh yeah, that's a nice sand color. Oh yeah. Oh, your colors are so vibrant. Oh, thank you. I really try to make vibrant colors. Well, you're nailing it. Thanks. Really appreciate that. Yeah, no problem. I think a lot of what you do is great. Oh, really? Wow, had no idea. Hey. Yeah, I think you're great too. Really? Yeah. It takes a lot for you to say something like that. Yeah, well, I'm a giver, you know. I mean it, you know. I'm not just saying that. There we go. Okay, now we got a nice layer there. I'm not worried about that edge if it's blended or not, because we're going to put some white over it anyway. It's going to be friggin' fine. All right, let's blow dry this. Take a shot. Okay, now this part in the middle is going to take a minute to dry, but that's not really too important. We can come back to this later. We want to get the top and the bottom dry most, which the top is going to be pretty dry anyway. The bottom is a little wetter, but once we get past that, we're good to go. All right, cheers, everybody. Whew. That makes 5 shots. Let's see, is this dry? Yeah, that's dry. This down here, got to work on a little bit. Honestly, I think by the time I do this stuff in the sky, our bottom will be dry. All right, you don't want a wet bottom, okay? You know, especially when you're painting, but just in life, a wet bottom, it's never anything good, you know? I mean, if you're swimming, obviously your whole body's wet, but generally in life, if you got a wet bottom, you know, there's something else is at play there. There's another detail to this story you're missing. You got a wet bottom? What's going on, you know? Try to keep a dry bottom, okay? Okay, well, after that PSA, let's get, you know, I'm going to throw this teal white plate away. Let's get a new one with just white. And now, let's get our small, let's get, I like my small flat brush. Now, we're going to do the clouds. This may be a spot where you like your round brush. Okay, it's kind of preference, you know. I always say that, you know, your brush stroke is kind of like your handwriting, you know. Everyone's got a little different style. You know, maybe you like a pen or a mechanical pencil or a manual pencil. Maybe you like a round brush and I like a flat brush. And that's fine, okay? We don't have to fight over it, okay? We don't have to make this political, round brush and flat brushes. You know, let's not divide our brushes so much, okay? Okay. Take your brush, get it mixed in there with that white paint. And the first thing I'm going to do is kind of set where my sun is going to be. Now, if you want to draw this in with chalk first, actually, I'll go ahead and do that just so, you know, I do it. Just so, you know, you see how to do it. There's a little line there. This is where the center of my sun. I'm kind of picking that middle spot of where my highlight is through my water. And I'm just going to make a little half circle. I like to kind of just go back and forth so I get a good shape. There we go. That's a good half circle. Okay, if you want, you can draw on, you know, where your clouds are. And the way I draw my clouds is I make it kind of flatter on bottom, and it kind of pinches off on the sides, okay? All right, so just pinch it off, okay?
What was that?
Just pinch it off. Something I would have to tell my dad a lot because he would take forever in the bathroom growing up. I mean, he pooped for like 40 minutes. I'd just be like, pinch it off, Dad. I got to take a shower, get to school. And he'd be like, oh, what? Hold on. It's a big one. So just pinch it off on the ends there, okay? Just pinch them off. All right, let's put another one there. That's probably good. You know, you can put more clouds if you want. Do whatever you want. All right, let's get some white paint. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these in white. Let's start with the sun because we're going to do a couple layers of the sun to make sure it's nice and bright. I just kind of lay my brush down like so, and I just kind of roll it over. I try to hold it flat to it and just flip it over. So just flat. Remember that Mario sound from the Super Nintendo game? You like win? It's like That's another good thing to do while you paint. Sound effects. Mario in general is good for painting. Channel your Mario. Maybe Mario paint. I forgot about that. Okay, now let's fill these clouds in kind of fast. I wouldn't stress over the shape of your clouds too much. Just get them in there, because what we want to do is add a little bit of yellow to these before they dry. Okay, and they'll dry fast. Each layer dries faster than the layer before. So I just kind of wiggle my hand there, make a nice little top of that there cloud. And there we go. There's a couple clouds. Let's put one here. Ooh, let's put a happy little cloud right here. All right, let's take a shot in a minute for Bob Ross. Take that just a second. Let's get this all painted in. You know, let's see. Bob Ross was, you know what's crazy? I watched that documentary on Netflix about Bob Ross. And Melissa McCarthy, that's her name, right? Why does it always sound like, I guess I always think of Jenny McCarthy from like the 90s, and she was like, you know, a little hussy. And I always think Jenny McCarthy, Melissa McCarthy. Doesn't sound right. But it is right. Okay, let's get some yellow on our brush. Anyway, Jenny McCarthy, Melissa McCarthy like made that documentary, or like produced it or something. Directed it, I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I was like, it just seemed random. Okay, I'm going to take some yellow. Now, I don't need a ton of yellow. Just take a little bit of yellow. Go across the bottom. Okay, because that's where the sun is hitting the bottoms of these, you know, cloudy clouds. And, yeah, I'm just going to kind of fudge that a little bit. Just kind of fudge around there. Maybe put a little, just whatever kind of texture you want. Just kind of put a little bit more on the bottom of the cloud than the top. Alright, maybe some clouds can be more bright yellow, some could be less. I would honestly, there's another layer where clouds, you can kind of just do whatever you want. No one's going to say anything. If they do, they're bad friends. Say, hey, this is how a cloud looks. That's not how a cloud looks. You need to cut that person out of your life, okay, Janet? Cut that person out of your life. It's a bad friend. Okay, now I'm going to wash my brush out and just get yellow paint. And what I want to do now is I'm just going to put some little yellow streaks through my sky. Okay, up into the blue and the purples too. It's gonna kind of fade off the purple section. Let's put a few big ones here, especially close to the sun. You know, the sun's giving off a little bit of a yellow aura. Okay, maybe a couple out here. But, you know, let's really put some in here close to my sky. Oh, whoops. That's okay. You know what? That's okay. Just gonna wipe it off a little bit. Let's put a little bit more yellow. There we go. Hey, it's yellow. What? Yellow's back. Maybe a couple bright yellow. You know, just put some yellows in there. Maybe that's a little strong. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Neither should you. Okay, there we go. Now, again, I'm gonna do another layer on that sun, so I'm not too worried about the sun. Don't stress over that sun. Okay, we got some yellow in the sky. Let's move on. Okay, let's just move on. And take another shot. Alright, it's about time for me to get some more Dr. Pepper. Ugh. Okay, again, today's trivia question. If you want to win a free painting, just correctly answer first in the comments, and I will send you a free painting. Today's trivia question is, what is the best horror movie? Okay, it almost looks like horror movie. No, it's an H. Horror movie. A, Jason versus Paw Patrol. B, Casper the Friendly Murderer. C, Ernest Scared Stupid. D, I have never seen either of these or any of these. E, Texas Chainsaw Massage. F, 2 days before the Nightmare Before Christmas. G, SpongeBob SquarePants The Night Stalker. H, Cats. Wow, I misspelled a lot in there, didn't I? Whatever. Cheers. Okay, let's add ourselves a shot. Let's take the trivia question down. Okay. Now let's take our chalk. I think blue will show up better. I've got two colors to see what shows up better. But here's what I want to do. So obviously there's going to be a line here where the waves are going to be. Now what I like to do is I like to go, oh, there's a little wave. It kind of dips down and comes up like so, right? Oh, here we go. Kind of dips down, comes up, right? Okay, and then I'd like to make, maybe another one come off there. And let's make another one. Okay, let's kind of start with these shapes. Let's make a couple. Maybe I make one that's, whoa, right? Okay, now I can make some littler ones. Maybe a couple like so. This starts to have some kind of, this reminds me of like in the textbooks when you see like anatomy and they show the muscles kind of go up and kind of come to that pinch off on the sides. Whatever. All right, let's make some of these. Let's do, I don't know, something like this. I don't like this side. Hold on. Let's do, and you know what else we can do? Let's take that one away. Let's just kind of redo this. I like this side. Maybe in here. Okay, so I think what we can do is kind of make another little one there. Let's see, and then we can do maybe littler ones. Maybe one there. Maybe. Okay, something like that. It's kind of up to you, really. But just imagine these waves coming out and dipping back in, and then they kind of. Other ones start in between and just kind of keep coming out, right? So here's one. Maybe there's another one like right there. Okay, so that's kind of what we're doing. Not a good description, but whatever. Okay, let's take our medium round brush. There we go. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get white paint, get a bunch of white, thick white paint, okay? What we want to do is we want to take this, we're going to make a nice hard line here that just covers where the ocean meets the sand. Nice thick line. Oh, nice thick line. That's what you want to say. Be a bro about your painting. Nice thick line, bro. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to take our brush and let's go ahead and trace these lines. Oh, that's a beautiful little wave thing there. Wave line? Oh, yeah. Oh, F yeah. Okay. Ooh, got a couple little wavy boys coming out. Oh, there we go. I'm going to trace these lines in. Have a good time doing it. Oh, yeah. Oh, F yeah. There we go. Okay, look at us. Shit, I did this wrong. Fuck. Okay, I should have done the shadows first. God damn it. Okay, everything I just did was wrong. Totally effed up. Okay, let's blow dry this. Take another shot. Try it again. But you know what? Whatever. I'll just paint over this. And we're going to fix it, okay? Just everyone relax. All right, relax. It's not a big deal. Okay, we're going to fix this, okay? Let's see. So, yeah, we're on the, whatever those are called, little waves down there. If you want to win a free painting, again, today's trivia question is, what is the best horror movie? Is it A, Jason versus Paw Patrol? B, Casper the Friendly Murderer? C, Ernest Scared Stupid? D, I haven't seen any of these. E, Texas Chainsaw Massage? F, 2 Days Before the Nightmare Before Christmas? G, SpongeBob SquarePants the Night Stalker? Or H, Cats? Okay, first one to respond correctly with the answer in the comments, I will send you a free painting of your choice. Just need to get rid of these paintings. I got too many fricked up on this step. Okay, let's fix this. Okay, here's what we're going to do. What I meant to do before the white, but you know what? We're going to fix it right here, okay? Okay. Let's get some blue on this plate. Now, let's take our same small round brush that we've been using. Let's take some blue, mix that in here with some of my brown, some of my raw sienna. Let's mix raw sienna, burnt umber, and blue here. Oh, excuse me, and a little shadow color, okay? Here we go. Got our shadow color. What I should have done before I did the white, had I been thinking, was kind of trace these lines first with our shadow. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. Now I've already got the white in, so what I can do is just imagine, I'm going to kind of go over the bottom parts of these. Okay, so I'm going to retrace these lines, but I'm kind of sticking more towards the bottom parts of these. I'll be responsible. Alright, here we go. So let's get our shadowies in. Here we go. Sometimes I'm goody goody, and now I'm naughty naughty. Oh, say no. Here we go. Okay, we're fixing this. Everything's gonna be fine. Anywho, yeah, I've been watching. Me and my lady, been watching the old Haunting of Hill House. It's been good. Actually, I don't watch a ton of horror shows, but that Midnight Mass, this Flanagan guy, I hear he makes good horror movies, and I have to agree. So far, they've all been pretty dope. Okay, I did the shadow. This is what I should have done first. We're doing it now. Okay, let's blow dry again. I'm sorry, I gotta take an extra step. And let's take another shot, too, while we're at it. Alright. Let's get our shadow color nice and dry. Okay, now, the shadow is really strong right now, but we're going to fix it up. Okay, let's go back to our small brush. Now, our medium flat brush, we got to really wash this out. So we're going to go back to a white paint. Okay, so if there's any of that color in there, if you see that, there's a little bit of darkness in there. Let's keep a washing. Wash your brush out. Yeah, has anybody been watching any horror stuff this month? I have, a little bit. All Dogs Go to Heaven was terrifying. I haven't watched that movie since I was a little kid, and I was watching it, and there's some moments in there that it's basically like a Goodfellas movie with cartoon dogs, and pretty horrifying. But it ends nice, so Okay, white paint. White paint. Okay, let's take this and let's make sure we go over. Let's leave a little bit of that shadow showing. Let's paint over a lot of this. This is how I should have done. I should have done the shadow first, then take the white in. And that's still wet. I'm going to wash my brush out again. F me! Really wash it out. Let's get some more white paint on here. Can't really see the white right there. Okay, there we go. You were meant to. Hey, Jude. Okay. Now I'm going to leave that spot alone because I know that's wet. We'll come back to that. I'll give that a second to dry. Okay, but down here, let's go ahead and... What I want to do is I'm going to connect these. I'm going to stay above so my shadow's underneath that line, okay? Looks like it is underneath, okay? I'm going to basically retrace that. God, I was doing so good till this step. Then I got to go and F it all up. Okay, and then I'm just going to retrace my white. Again. So you're going to paint your white is going to go over all those dark lines. Don't worry about covering your dark lines up. Just connect all your white lines. Are going to be on top Okay. White's on top. Paint color, that is. Okay, don't take this out of context and cancel me. Your white paint is on top. Okay, here we go. Let's paint. There we go. There's a little white. Shit. Well, no, that's okay. Okay, there we go. A little bit of that dark color mixed in, but I wiped it off. Okay, and here we go again. Ah, shits again. That's still not dry. Oh. Got a little alcohol throw up in my throat there on that one. Okay, there we go. Now we got our little whatever wave lines. Okay, let's take some of this. Let's do some little thin white. I'm just gonna wisp this in. So this means I'm just barely touching my canvas, just going light as I can. Almost get this dry brush effect. I'm just gonna kind of fill this section in with some of these. Oh, that was a little too much over there, but you know what? Whatever. Last thing I'll do down here is I'm gonna blot it in. Okay. Sometimes I like to lay it on the side, just kind of blot. Looks like these crashing waves, right? Ooh, yeah, these waves are crashing. But it also, oh, frick, wet, dark paint. But also, you know, it kind of, kind of just mucks it up a little bit. Doesn't look so like, you want this to be kind of fluid looking, a little more loose. Okay, so this kind of helps that. All right, if you actually put effort into it, unlike I'm doing right now, it'll look pretty good, really. I think I need another shot, honestly. I think, you know, like I was saying earlier, I took a new position. I've got, promoted at my job, and I've been stressed out, you know, and this is just fun for me, okay? All right, so just don't judge me too hard on this one. I'm a little not on my game today. Okay, let's take a shot. And, we're going to call that fine down there. I know this is a fucking mess, but I don't care right now. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over my sun and maybe add some more white in here, and that's probably good. Oh, what's up, Purdy? Hey. Hey, Purdy, you're the best. You tell that psychic that I said, you know, if they say anything other than you're fucking awesome, I don't know what they're talking about. No, hope you're doing good. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, good to see you again. Hey, hope you're feeling better. And for real though, I love that you're looking for help, because there's nothing. That's what you got to do in life. You got to keep looking for help. You never stop bettering yourself. And so you got to keep doing. Just keep questioning. Am I doing this? Is this the best for me? You know. So I think you're doing the right thing there, man. You'll get better. You'll get through it. I will say, man, I missed you though last week. I love you, man. Hope you're doing good. You're gonna do great. Hey, let's take our small flat brush here and let's get some white paint. Let's make our sun a little brighter, and then let's make our sun a little brighter, Purdy. Let's I don't know. Let's say some bullshit like that to ourselves and make. I will say though, man, I've been through dark times myself, quite a few times, and the main thing is addressing it and being honest with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, okay? One thing I hate is a lot of people just don't do that. They just think, no, it's the world, it's not me. Almost all the problems in my life have been self-inflicted, and I think the sooner you come to realize that, the better you'll be, the better person you'll be, and I honestly truly believe that. Okay, this is the last step. I'm going to take my small brush. I'm going to get take some white, sign my name, boom. Let's paint that bottom edge, and we'll be done. Purdy, I'm for real though, man. that is, I think, in my opinion, the difference between a lot of people is they either just settle in and think, hey, that you know me, that's just how I am, I'm just a dick, and they don't try to address it, they don't try to get better, or you look at yourself honestly and say, what am I doing here? What do I need? Where are my weaknesses? Where are my strengths? What do I need to change to have a better life? And it sounds like you're doing that. I think seeing a wait, did you say a psychic or a therapist? You said psychic. I would go therapist over psychic if I were you, but you know, hey, what do I've never seen either, but probably should see a therapist, but never have. Hey, love you, brother. Hope you're doing great. You'll get better. Okay, well, that's the show for this week. No one guessed. Hey, Purdy, you want to guess my trivia question? You want another free painting? You can if you want. What's the best horror movie? A, Jason versus Paw Patrol. B, Casper the Friendly Murderer. A. Hey, you tune in whenever you want, man. You're the best. You take as much time as you need. Hey, if you want a free painting, you know what? You can just fucking say so. I'll give you one. Okay, the correct answer, though, is Cats. Cats was the best horror movie. Nothing has been so subtly horrifying than Cats. I think, honestly, it was a real true work of brilliance by the director to make such a movie. And I think the thing that really... Texas Chainsaw Massage? Purdy says Texas Chainsaw Massage. Purdy, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Okay, and I'm telling this because I love you. Cats is the best horror movie, okay? But I'll send you a painting anyway. Just find one, I'll send it to you. But Cats, I mean, it was the best, really, because they explained to people that it was going to be an actual movie. They didn't say it was going to be a horror movie, but it clearly was, so Cats, really, you go into that thinking, oh, the best thing is like surprise, like jump scares. Nothing's more surprising than going to see that movie thinking that, oh, this is going to be a fun musical movie. No, horror. Okay, look at the creatures in that movie. It's horrifying. Okay, so sorry, no one got it right. Only got one guess today, so better luck next time, people, okay? So with that, I'm going to sign off. Hiya. Have a good week. I'll see you soon. I'm going to be on here more soon. I've been busy, but I'm committed to you guys in this, whatever this is. I just need this, but, hey, you know what? You guys you're the real heroes. You guys are awesome. Hey, search Paint the Edge up, follow, like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. Have a good weekend. Have a good life. Goodbye.